I think that in terms of Russia's WTO accession, the matter of Jackson-Vanik, it's been tied for many years in the U.S. Congress. Anytime we have a country that is acceding to the WTO, we look at the terms of that agreement and we grant permanent normal trade relations, which is part of our trade law, to countries that have a commercially meaningful agreement on WTO accession. So where this has gotten tied up is that we have Jackson-Vanik, we have permanent normal trade relations, and if you look over the past number of years for countries that have acceded to the WTO, it's when they accede to the WTO, and we have a strong agreement in place that we lift Jackson-Vanik, and it's a two-step deal. We lift Jackson-Vanik and we grant permanent normal trade relations. Obviously, when joining the WTO, it's a high bar for any country to reach. There are commitments that countries need to make to reform their economies, and that process, quite frankly, has not moved along until the past. I mean, it's been moved in fits and starts. In 2006, we had our bilateral agreement with Russia, and last year, we really saw the engine moving towards Russia making the commitments it needed to make to become a WTO member. With that, now we're actually looking towards the end game this year, when Russia could be finalizing its WTO accession. With that, we can now say from a business community perspective, once these final hurdles are met, whether it's sanitary issues for chicken legs or a broader agricultural goods or intellectual property issues or issues related to investment measures, these are all issues that are of prime importance to the U.S. business community because Russia is an exciting market for the U.S. business community. It's the 11th largest economy in the world. It's been growing since the downturn at 4% per year. We've got opportunities in every single sector. If you look across from automotive to pharmaceuticals to energy to high tech, it's a really remarkable market. It's got a middle class, unlike the BRIC countries that are so appealing to U.S. companies. You've got a strong middle class in Russia that wants Western quality, high quality goods. So for us, it's a very attractive market, and we want to be able to take advantage of those opportunities. The key about WTO accession is that Russia joins the WTO. When it joins, if we still keep Jackson-Vanik on the books, none of the commitments that Russia makes as a WTO member apply to the U.S. companies. And that's the crux of the problem for the U.S. industry because we see so many opportunities in this market. Yes, it's a challenging market. It's a difficult place to do business, but the opportunities there are significant, and we don't want to lose those opportunities.